How's everybody? Thank you for your patience with me. We are about to get started. And because we're still in Gemini season, y'all, we are starting with Gemini. All right. And as y'all know, y'all see it in the banner. We're talking about the boundaries that spirit suggests you to set to enjoy your summer and your life. So let me get this timestamp going. And we'll get started with Gemini. All right. Hey, Gemini. Hey, let's get started. What boundary should Gemini set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? What boundary should Gemini set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? Yeah, Gemini. We're trying to loosen. Ooh. We got the Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Six of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, Gemini, we got the Hermit. Wow. The Hermit and the Ace of Swords. You know, Gemini, you would, the boundary is really about stealing away. Not just stealing away just to maintain your peace, but also, Gemini, to go deep and connect with whomever it is your higher power is, your benevolent ancestors, whoever is leading you spiritually. That's where your breakthroughs and the truth will be seen, Gemini. Yeah, that's where you will get the victory because you have there is a tendency, Gemini, to um, want to save people, and even those people who do the most, and not doing the most on your behalf, but doing the most to be selfish, to gain for more of themselves than to help others. And so this is about being more silent about those things that you want to pursue, being more silent about the goals that you have, and moving in a way that is a lot more strategic, but you don't share it with everybody, Gemini, because the Six of Cups, although it is a card of past, it is a card for me that, especially paired with the Hierophant, you are being divinely guided, Gemini, especially with benevolent ancestors. This is an ancestral card for me. And a lot of times, your benevolent ancestors, your higher power is trying to show you something. And there are times, Gemini, where you may ask others for people's opinions about what you plan on doing. And Spirit is like, that has to stop. You have to be a lot more silent about those things that you want to do, because people will take your ideas, people will take your kindness and niceness, and they'll see it as a weakness. They'll use your trust, you trusting them, against you. And this will give you a whole lot more peace, a whole lot more peace. So setting those boundaries of allowing yourself to keep things to yourself, staying in alignment with your spirit team, your angels, Yahweh, Yeshua, whomever it is that you lean into spiritually. And if you need guidance, to go straight to them as opposed to, humans, because they're in the same experience as you. It's a different path, but we're all in this human experience together. And there's a lot of people around you, Gemini, who just want to really feed off of you. What's the energy surrounding Gemini and the people that encourages, rather, this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Gemini that is encouraging this boundary? Ooh, fake flex. Fake flex came out. What else for Gemini? Fake flex. There's a lot of people faking it around you. Some of these people, Gemini, may be people that you aspire to not to be. You may aspire to have some of the things that they have, and it's not real. It's not real. Deja vu. And clickbait. Fake flex says pretending wealth, showing off, borrowed luxury, deceptive bragging. Deja vu says repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. Clickbait says misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths. There are a lot of people around you who are disingenuous, Gemini, and so much so that they get a lot. While some of you may look up to these people, they actually look to you for energy, for inspiration, for the ideas that you have, for money, for any type of energy that can be exchanged or taken. And Spirit is suggesting that you be a lot more selective about the people that are in your energy, the people that you allow in your house, in your car, in your office space. Be more selective, because they are taking from you, and they are using their masks to infiltrate Gemini's energy. There's a lot of fakeness around here. You have repeated patterns with people who have a different face but the same energy. They bait you a lot of times to see what you have going on, Gemini, to see if you were going to apply to that new job, to see if you have a business idea that they can snatch up, and it's just like, be a lot more selective, and use your intuition. When you use your intuition and you lean into your higher power, like the Hermit does, you are being guided by the star. You'll have a lot more breakthroughs, but you have to move in silence. There's more peace in moving in silence than letting everybody know what may be going on with you. Because you got a lot of folks around you, Gemini, that you shouldn't trust with all this here. Any additional advice for Gemini, please? Any additional advice for Gemini? Oh, hey, Peter. I apologize. I didn't even see y'all. Hey, Anthony. Any additional advice for Gemini? Hey, y'all. I apologize. I did not see y'all come through. Thank you for liking and subbing. I appreciate it. Any additional advice for Gemini? Additional advice for Gemini. We have the Fool, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Yeah. The Fool trusts where they're being guided. They trust their spirit team. They trust whomever's guiding them divinely. And you are being encouraged to trust your instincts, trust your intuition. If you get that feeling like you shouldn't be telling somebody something, don't tell them. If you get that energy like this person shouldn't be in your house or in your car, don't allow them in that space. Be a person. Don't overthink it. The Knight of Wands is somebody who is a person of action. They don't really think about anything. They just do. And, you have the experience, Gemini. You have experienced certain energies and certain people where you learned a lesson, like the Queen of Swords. And you should use that wisdom. If you see or feel the same energy for somebody, but it's a completely different face, go with that energy. Go with that first gut intuitive pull. Yeah, it'll lead you into a space of peace, more than likely prosperity, because there are a lot of ideas that people have taken from you and used themselves and probably mucked them up when you could have done it better. And it'll give you more peace and tranquility in your life and a lot more balance, because again, the hermit is being guided by the star. This isn't an oil lamp. There's a star in that lamp. You got it, Gemini. You got it. I hope that helps, Gemini. And I hope it helps you for your highest good. Thanks for coming through. We are moving on to Cancer. All right. All right, Cancer. Let me get your timestamp going here. All right. Hey, Cancer. Hey. Let's get into it. Let's see what spirit, your spirit team and them suggest your boundary, the boundary that you should set up to enjoy your summer as well as your life. What boundary should Cancer establish to enjoy their summer and the rest of their life? What boundary should Cancer establish to enjoy their summer and the rest of their life, spirit? Good morning, everybody in the chat. If I have not spoken to you, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Let's see what we have here. We have Strength, King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. All right, Cancer. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Five of Cups. Ooh, and the Three of Cups. Five of Cups and Three of Cups, Cancer. You've been disappointed by a lot of people that you've supped with. They have been in your home most likely. They have been, these are people that you trusted, being that this Three of Cups, because you probably don't have a good time with everybody, Cancer. You don't just spread your energy out all over the place. But regardless, there has been with the Five of Cups a lot of disappointment where maybe these people who you do trust, they don't reciprocate the same actions and trust back towards you. When you need them most, they may not show up. And it's not because you don't ask. A lot of times people do have a difficult time in asking for assistance or asking for support. I'm not getting that energy. It's just that you have a tendency, Cancer, with the Ace of Cups, although this is a card of overflow and being in overflow, what Spirit is saying is that you overgive. You don't match people's energy. And I'm not saying that in a harsh way, how sometimes we use it. You don't match people's energy. They may fall short or come short with you, and you have a tendency to keep giving them more than what they need from you. And there is a lack of balance here with justice. There's a lack of equity. There's a lack of equality in your relationships, regardless of if it's a friendship, a romantic relationship, familial. And it has led you sometimes in a space of resentment. And you shouldn't be walking around feeling that way. You shouldn't be walking around feeling that way at all. You should be surrounded and feel that people will will help you and lean into you and pour into you as much as you do into them. And Spirit is saying here with the Strength, King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands is that you should reserve a lot more. Reserve a lot more of your time, your energy. Reserve a lot more, and this is reserving it for yourself. Hold back. You know, don't be so quick to save people. Don't be so quick to volunteer to help. And please, Cancer, don't allow people to volunteer you to do things, because people will do it, as you know. When you start to hold back and reserve your energy, your strength, you show that inner strength, you're empowering yourself. You will start to see a lot more stability, not just in your emotional and mental health, but also in your finances, because money is energy as well. And when you're reserving those things, Cancer, when you're holding back for your highest good as opposed to somebody else's emergency, you can actually build more and keep more stability in your home. It makes you more financially viable with the King of Pentacles here, and it brings about more opportunity. Not just any old opportunities, but it as you empower yourself, it will start to exude and express in your environment. You will actually see the doors open. You will actually be able to see the opportunities because you're not focused on other people's things. Yeah. Let's get the energy surrounding the need for this boundary to hold back from others until they show you that they can reciprocate. What's the energy that is causing the establishment of this boundary, Spirit? What's the energy surrounding Cancer that causes the need for this boundary? Yeah. What's the energy surrounding Cancer that causes the need for this boundary for Cancer? We got brand new came out. Brand new. It says fresh beginnings, reinventing yourself. Ooh. New ventures. We got CEO energy. That means taking control. Natural leadership, confidence in business. I am the boss. What else? One more, please, for Cancer. Wow. Oh, they gave me two, Cancer. Okay. They gave me two. This one is past life. It says previous connections, unexplained familiarity, memories, as well as situational single, temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better. Well, first of all, at the bottom of the deck we got breaking cycles, Cancer. So it's needed, this boundary to hold back and empower yourself and allow people to show you that they are trustworthy and they reciprocate things as much as you do. It's breaking a cycle that you have been in before, over and over and over again, with past life here. And also that opportunity with the Ace of Wands that came out, you got some brand new things coming in. And a lot of it has to do with your career. A lot of it has to do with your business, if you own a business. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm about to lose. I was trying to read it, but I can't see it. It's so small. But I'll comment in a minute. But you have some things that are coming through with these new opportunities. We have brand new and CEO energy. Some of you are starting a business, and you have to have people around you who are supportive. You have to have people around you who understand that when you are a business owner, you can't be with your friends or in your friends' faces 24/7 because you got a business to run, you got things to do. The same thing if you get a promotion or things like that. You have some brand new energy coming through, and your focus cannot be on other people's things. It has to be on you now. So if it requires you to step back with situational single, this isn't just about a romantic relationship, Cancer. This is also about friendships. If you have to step back to be in solitude to gain guidance with your spirit team, then so be it. Because you got work to do. You got some real blessings coming through that were meant for you, and you want to see everything that comes your way. You absolutely do. You want to see everything that comes your way. Yeah, it's just too small. I love that. Yeah, look, just in time. Just in time. I love that it's resonating. And y'all forgive me, my eye appointment isn't till later on in the month. So it is what it is. I see what I see, and I can't see that little shit because I have auntie eyes now. But yeah, you have to be able to see these things, Cancer. You got to be able to see these, and you can't see it if you focus on other people and their problems, because their problems are going to be emergencies for them. That doesn't make it an emergency for you. Additional advice for Cancer. Additional advice for Cancer. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Thank you, Spirit. Additional advice for Cancer. Additional advice for Cancer. Additional advice for Cancer, please. Ooh, we got the King of Swords and Temperance. Cancer, you are an emotional being. You are a water sign, and that is great, but you have to be in a space where you make more logical decisions than emotional ones. And that is what it is. It's time for you to really stand on business and be about your own business, your personal business, your job business, your business, and give yourself grace. The same grace that you give these other people, give to yourself with Temperance here. You are a divine being having a human experience. It's okay if there's a mistake. It's all right. It's all right. But you should be pouring so much more into yourself than you pour into other people. And for those people who have shown you that they aren't worthy of Cancer's energy, that is okay. Mourn that friendship, that relationship, whatever it is, and then alchemize it. Turn it into something good because you have that experience now. You can see it from a mile away. Yeah. I hope that helps, Cancer. I hope it helps you for your highest good. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. We're about to move on to Leo, but I need to adjust something. Oh, dang. All right. Now serving Leo. Okay, Leo. Mm. All right, Leo. Let me get your timestamp going here. Okay. Hey, Leo. Hey. I hope your weekend is going well, Leo. Let's get into it. Let's find out here, Leo, what Spirit suggests the boundary is that you need to set to enjoy your summer and the rest of your life. What boundary does Leo need to set to enjoy their summer and the rest of their life? What boundary does Leo need to set to enjoy their summer and the rest of their life? We have the Nine of Wands, King of Swords, and the High Priestess. Oh yeah, y'all. If y'all hear snoring, that is my dog. She's right behind me. So just just a heads up. All right, Leo, let's see. At the bottom of the deck, Leo. Ooh. Leo. We got the Two of Swords and the Fool. You're being, I don't know, I'm getting, because I'm a Leo, so I get it. There's this energy of control. Maybe a little bit. No, yes. There's this energy of control, Leo. And there is, it's like you're at a crossroads. Do you release that control and, just trust the journey? Trust, what you're being spiritually guided to do? Or do you continue to think and believe that you are in control of things outside of your response and your emotions and your actions? Because you have been, wow, you have been on a journey. You're currently on a journey, a spiritual one, with the Hermit here and the Six of Cups. I said it before, that the Six of Cups for me is definitely one that is ancestral. So that is where the benevolent ancestors are guiding you to. And you are in a space where it's like yes and no. What are you going to do? You're going to do you're going to swallow the red pill, blue pill. It's kind of like that. And it's a hard decision to make because it's difficult to give up and deconstruct what you have always known. Leo is that sign that is, I'll say, empowered. I won't say full of ego. I won't say that. Again, I'm a Leo. I know. It's very empowered. It's a very empowered sign. And it's difficult to give up the things and just trust, just surrender. But there is safety in surrender with the Six of Swords here. There is empowerment in surrendering and being divinely guided, Leo. There really is. It really is. You will see more things than you wouldn't be able to see without the help of whoever is spiritually guiding you. You've been through a lot and you lean a lot more into, you know, the logic than the intuition. And you don't have to choose, Leo. You don't have to choose. You don't have to choose logic or intuition. You can have both. You can have both. Matter of fact, you should be using both. They help you make way better decisions. It may help you make really informed decisions, Leo. And with the use of both, Leo, both your intuition and your spiritual guidance, as well as your logic and wisdom, you will it will serve you a lot better. You will be able to pick and choose your battles with I won't say with ease, but with a lot more confidence of you're going to win in the end. There will be this assuredness, with the emperor here and how things are going to turn out. You will have that mindset of who is it? Nelson Mandela. I never lose. I either win or I learn. That's it. That's all. You don't have to choose. You don't have to choose. You can be intuitively guided. You can walk in your gifts and also be wise at the same time. Also be logical at the same time. You don't have to choose one or the other. Yeah, this is the wrong deck. You gotta use the other one. It's not advice time for Leo yet. What's the energy surrounding Leo that is encouraging this boundary? What is the energy surrounding Leo that encourages this boundary be set up? What is the energy surrounding Leo that encourages this boundary to be set up? What encourages this boundary to be set up for Leo? Ooh, interesting. Side piece came out. What in the world? Big break. Like that surprised me. Like, wait a minute, Leo. Like, what we got going on here? What else for Leo? Oh wow. Yeah. Side piece says secret romance, hidden affairs, being second choice. Big break says career turning point, major opportunity, life-changing moment. Breadcrumbing says giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, never committing fully. Yeah. I see. I see. So this is about using not just your logic, wisdom, and intuition, as well as your spiritual guidance in your career, as well as your business, but also in your love life, because that's what this Two of Swords is alluding to. You have a harder choice with choosing where to go, what to do in the romantic realm, with side piece and breadcrumbing surrounding big break. If you have been, manifesting a lot of things here, Leo, and things haven't come into fruition as you thought they would, there is a blockage here. And that means that with this blockage, these boundaries will make things a lot more easier. And this isn't necessarily for you, Leo, a boundary that needs to be set. This is more like a lifestyle that needs to be set. When you're using your intuition, you're using your wisdom and your logic. You don't have to choose. And you go with it. You flow in surrender. Your body may want to keep this person who breadcrumbs you around, or you may want to continue to deal with your side piece or be the side piece, whatever it is for you. I ain't judging either one. However, it is blocking your big break. That's what's in the middle. Everything that you've been manifesting is surrounded by breadcrumbing and side pieces, hidden affairs, hidden things. We won't just say affairs, just hidden things. Things that you intuitively know and logically know do not serve you. Yeah. And you're unbreakable. That's what we have at the bottom of the deck, Leo. You're unbreakable. This doesn't break you at all. As a matter of fact, this, Leo, is a test. Are you going to empower yourself and show that you are bigger than these situations? Because you are, Leo. You are. You are somebody who has spiritual gifts. You are somebody who is spiritually and divinely led. You are divine being in a human experience. and you are bigger than these situations. And once you set up this lifestyle that you are being led down, that you are being asked to surrender to, everything that you have established and manifested, Leo, will come into fruition. Any additional advice for Leo, please? Any additional advice for Leo? Yeah, you have to claim authority. Claiming authority over your life means that you are both intuitively and logically guided, like the emperor, just like the emperor, regardless of your biological sex, regardless of your gender identity. The emperor, the empress. So we have the emperor out now, and we have the empress out. Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Listen, everything that you want. The empress, she can really, she's just not just, she is one who receives. Things come to her. She calls things in. She doesn't have to put in work. It's all about working smarter, not harder. The Empress is one who receives all the gifts. She does not have to pursue a damn thing. And she is one who has, common damn sense, but also is divinely guided. She's a divine being in a human experience. And it requires balance with the Two of Pentacles. And once you get the handle on that, Leo, and make that decision that that's how you're going to lead your life, that's when that Nine of Cups comes through for you. That's when that Nine of Cups comes through for you. All wishes fulfilled. But it requires that balance. So this isn't necessarily for you, Leo, a boundary. This is a lifestyle that you are being asked to lead, to actually surrender. You got this, Leo. I know you do. I know you do. You got this. And that, it's not to say it won't get uncomfortable, because it will. But practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. You got this, Leo. I hope that helps. I hope it helps you for your highest good. Thank you for coming through, Leo. All right. We are on to Virgo. Serving Virgo. Got to get this caffeine in, Virgo. Okay. Let me get your timestamp going. All right. Hey, Virgo. Hey. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Let's find out, Virgo. What is the boundary Virgo should set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? What boundary do you recommend, Spirit, that Virgo sets to enjoy their summer as well as their life? Boundary for Virgo. All right, Virgo, we got the Six of Pentacles here, the Knight of Wands, and Chariot. Ooh, wee, Virgo. All right. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, we got the Page of Wands and the Seven of Swords, Virgo. There is, okay. Also, the Page of Swords. Spirit was like, yeah, pull that one too. There's a lot of immature energy, Virgo, around you. Now, this may be somebody or some people where we're talking about two separate people or multiple people, or this could be one person who has the same energy that I'm about to talk about. So very immature as far as um, childish in their actions. Um, Always ready to get their lip back. May have a slick ass mouth with the page of swords here, as well as just being nosy. This person may be somebody who gossips, somebody who may plot and plan, but not really think things through before they act out. So it's like, the planning kind of goes to waste because it's always a half-ass plan. This person or people are, yeah, they're very, very immature. Spirit is saying that they may be even adult children or an adult child for you, Virgo. And they're sneaky with the Seven of Swords here. They're sneaky. They are the type to not just throw rocks and hide hands, but they are the type who will not accept accountability for their own actions. For instance, is somebody who will continuously blame their friends for a decision that they made. Peer pressure. There's always peer pressure, something like that. So this may be an adult child, but this may be friends of yours who may be younger. They may be the same age as you, or they are childish. You know, but this is the energy that Spirit is calling out for you, Virgo, and they're saying that boundaries really need to be set with this person or these people, because you have had, ooh, Virgo, what in the world? You have had instances more than you can count where you have been left ass out in one way or another with the Five of Pentacles here. You have been left um holding an empty bag. You weren't even holding the bag. You brought the bag there. They took what was in the bag and left you holding an empty one, like an empty ass bag. They have put you out, even in for some of you, they may have put you out as far as like if you needed their assistance. Let's say you have helped them in the past. They have come to live with you because they were hard on money, and you were in a state where you needed that type of help or similar, and they didn't reach out. They didn't reciprocate. You have poured into this relationship over and over, only to be disappointed and to be in a state sometimes of resentment, sometimes with the under the cloud of obligation of this is my road dog or this is my family. And you are emotionally and mentally exhausted. In a way, Virgo, and not in a way, you have enabled this person to use you as a crutch. And it may have been, done because you see the potential in them. But every time they show you who they are and they disappoint you every time. Every time. Very unfortunate. But regardless, Spirit is saying that it's time to set those boundaries to protect yourself, to protect your energy, to protect your funds, and to protect your peace. Because your peace is at risk every time you interact with this person. Once you do, like, start to put these boundaries up around this person, these people, you'll start to see more increase, more balance, more stability, more less kind of you might not even snap at folks as much as you do now, because you'll have more patience, not just with other folks, but with yourself. This is about alchemizing that disappointment into something else because you have done enough. You have done enough. You have sown in enough, Virgo, because they keep playing games. And it is time that you start holding back. What, this one too? And pour into yourself and nourishing yourself, Virgo. Like for real. Your Nine of Cups is on the other side. Not just the Nine of Cups, but the Lovers too. So for some of you, this may even be the energy of a romantic situation. But you have to make that decision, that divine decision, to start putting up these boundaries. The Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. This is about, finding balance in where you lend your time, your energy, and your money, because it's all energy, right? It's all energy, and you have to be a lot more strategic and choosy about it, Virgo. And absolutely not overthink it. Let your no's be no's and your yeses be yeses. And Spirit is encouraging you to say no more than you say yes. And when you do, you will see a lot more of the opportunities coming in towards you. You will, with the Chariot here, things will begin to move faster. If you have felt stagnant, felt like you have been in a time frame of stagnation, you'll start to see a lot more movement with the Knight of Wands and the Chariot here. But you are being challenged with setting the boundary of giving to yourself more than you give out to others. What's the energy surrounding Virgo, Spirit, that encourages this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Virgo that encourages this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Virgo that encourages this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Virgo that encourages this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Virgo, Spirit, that encourages this boundary? Okay. This one too. One more, please. All right. Breaking cycles, catfish, and me versus me. Me versus me says self-competition, personal growth, becoming better than yesterday. Catfish says pretending to be someone else online, fake profile, deceptive images. Breaking cycle says ending harmful patterns. I love that. They want me to say that again. Ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. This has been a cycle that you have been in over and over again, Virgo. And yeah, it's time to break it because it's more harmful to you than it is helpful. These people around you show up as one thing and they end up as something else. And a lot of times you are hopeful. You hope and rely on that vision or that little sign of potential that this person can match your energy, can reciprocate, and they catfish you. They deceive you every time. Every time. Or you get a peek, they slip in what they say or what they do, and you get a peek that they are not really who they say they are. And this is about focusing on yourself. Like I said, giving to yourself more than you give to others. Giving that grace, that time, and that energy to yourself that you would devote to other people. This is about your personal growth. And it's about you becoming better than you were the day before. Because you are your only competition. This is about your journey, not theirs. They have to worry about their journey. Whether we're talking about adult children, we're talking about, a friendship or a romantic relationship. This person has to worry about their journey, their own potential. You can't increase their potential. That's something that they have to want to do within to realize their potential and make it a reality. Additional advice for Virgo, please. And while you're focusing on them, Virgo, you take the focus off yourself. And that's the harmful part, when you remove the focus from yourself, because this is your story. Additional advice for Virgo. All right, Virgo. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Pentacles. Things are going to change for you. Things are going to shift, Virgo, but you have to shift your mindset to focus in on you, to work harder for Virgo. Put in that work for Virgo, the same work that you've been putting in for these people, to help them meet their dreams, to help them get out of debt, to help them get a car, get an apartment. Put that work in for you, for yourself. Imagine, Virgo, all the things that you could have manifested for yourself, and not to throw any, not for you to feel ashamed or anything, but I just want you to picture it. Just imagine the things that you could have immediately if you put that same energy into yourself that you put into them. And now that you got the image, go do it. Because things are going to shift for you. Things are going to shift for you. Yeah, but you have to release that burden of obligation that you have with the ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck to those people. You are not obligated to anybody unless they are small children that you are caring for and helping to become, good citizens in our society. That's one thing. But adult people who have the capability and capacity in all aspects of the words to take care of themselves, you can't walk this journey for them, although you may want to. All right, Virgo, I hope that helps. Please excuse my auntie energy, Virgo, but I hope that helps you for your highest good. We're on to the Libra. All right, Libra. All right, Libra. Let's get into it. What boundary should Libra set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? What boundary should Libra set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? What boundary should Libra set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? All right, Libra. We got Temperance. Ooh, the Moon. And the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups. And Death. There's a transformation in how you love, how you experience love, with the Nine of Cups here. How and even how you love others. This is about transforming your home, your vessel, ending things that don't serve you. And it's in that mindset, Libra, that you would defer your happiness, your joy, your peace, your contentment, even defer what is how you want to be loved, to make somebody else happy because they weren't coming up to your level. And that's heartbreaking. and it was disappointing and heartbreaking every time it happened, where you either made yourself smaller or you made it seem like, something that you wanted to receive that showed you love, didn't matter, because they didn't see or recognize, whether it was on purpose or not, that it really did matter. They didn't show up for you. And that's what needs to transform in your love life here with Judgment. This is about awakening and empowering yourself, and there are people who will love you exactly how you need to be loved, Libra. You don't have to make it seem like something doesn't matter. You don't have to make yourself small. You don't have to um, defer your happiness to their own. Everybody can be happy. There are people like that. But it would start with you. It would need to start with you. And it goes back into everything. I know this seems like a theme, especially with the past few zodiacs. Um, the boundary of people not reciprocating or pouring into you the same uh, that you were pouring into them not matching your energy. You can take all of that experience and transform it and alchemize it, and decide today, or whenever it feels appropriate for you, that no longer will you allow others to um, have their happiness before you have yours. You won't sacrifice yourself for their happiness. And that's what's been going on. There's been like this fear around instability, and the stability starts with you. The stability starts with you. When you become more stable in how you love yourself, it will emote around you. You will not accept anything less than what you give yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody, regardless of your gender identity and biological sex, somebody who is stable, somebody who is grounded in themselves, somebody who takes care of themselves as well as other people, but first, self. First, self. And that is not selfish. What's the energy surrounding Libra that encourages this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Libra that encourages this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Libra that encourages this boundary, Spirit? What's the energy surrounding Libra and encourages this boundary? One more, please, for Libra. One more for Libra. One more for Libra. What's the energy surrounding them that encourages this boundary? Ooh, yes, Libra, you about to be booked and busy. You know what? Booked and fulfilled. You are about to be like, we got big break, lessons learned, overnight success. There's a lot that is about to come towards you, Libra, and it does involve material success, material wealth, material increase. And what they say, the saying goes is that it's not that money changes people; it really just enhances who they are. And if you are somebody right now who defers your happiness, you give away and sacrifice yourself, Libra, for others to be happy. Just imagine the type or the type of people that come in, first of all, finish that thought, as well as how much you will sacrifice once, you know, the big break comes through. Once you do have this success, what will you give away? What will you sacrifice if you're already in a state of sacrifice? That's not what your spirit team, your your benevolent ancestors, Yahweh, Yeshua, whomever is guiding you spiritually, the universe, Orishas, that's not what they want for you regardless. They want you to be in a space and a mindset of fulfillment and overflow, because when this hits, when this success hits, you have learned your lesson, and you have learned the lesson so much so that all the people who you sacrificed for, you know, who asked you to sacrifice yourself over and over again, they are no longer around you because you are a lot more wise. You have um, broken that cycle of self sacrifice for other people. You have grown through experience. And you know this because you will be surrounded by people who don't need anything that you have gotten, because they'll have their own. They'll be fulfilled within themselves. They just want to be around somebody who is like minded, who helps them elevate as much as they elevate themselves. But yeah, you have, you know, whether this is in your particular business, whether you are like an influencer or a personality on the internet, or you have a business that offers a service, or or anything like that, you're about to you're about to break through. Things are going to be on a rise, and it's going to seem rapid to many people, but we know you've been putting in the work the whole time. But you have to be in a mindset where you're not giving everything away at your own expense. Any additional advice? No people pleasing is what I just heard. Any additional advice for Libra? No people pleasing. It's not up to you to please everybody, Libra. You won't make everybody happy. And it's okay. But are you happy? That's what counts. Is Libra happy? Is Libra content? Is Libra fulfilled? With the Ace of Wands and strength. Your opportunities, your advancement, everything comes through you withholding with strength here, and allowing people to show that they can be trusted, allowing people to show that they reciprocate, not being too eager to keep people who don't want to be kept around, because you are much stronger than that. You got some shit coming in towards you, Libra, where you have to have true trustworthy people around you, some real true blues, and right now you don't. Yeah, Libra, I'm excited for you though. Yeah, for real. This is some good news. Yeah, so cut them folks off. I hope that helps, Libra. I hope it helps you for your highest good. All right, we're on to Scorpio. On to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Give me 1 second. You get your time stamped together. Good morning, everybody in the chat. If I have not spoken already, Great to have you here. I hope your day is going well. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. Let's see what boundaries Spirit suggests you set to improve your summer as well as your life. What boundaries or boundary should Scorpio set to improve their summer as well as their life? This one? No. What boundary should Scorpio set to improve their summer as well as their life? We got the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, ooh, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Wands, as well as the Two of Wands. They're telling me to pull that one out too. There's a lot of, if you haven't already started being more mindful about how your money moves away from you, like actually making plans. If you do give out money, making sure that you have it to give, you should definitely start that. If you haven't really started budgeting, it would be key, because I would call you Leo. You might have Leo in your chart, or you might be connected to one. But Scorpio, there are, with the Ten of Pentacles here, there are huge dreams that you have. There's a legacy you want to build. You want to have a stable life, have it for yourself and your family. And what Spirit is saying right now is that you are more, you may be more in a mindset not of cashing out, but giving as people ask, or buying as you want. You know, it doesn't have to be either or, but this is about, if you're planning for your future, actually plan for your future, and but change how you move your money in the process. It's like, you have to chill on some things that you have been doing before with your money, so you can actually acquire some assets. If you were thinking about buying some land or some property, you know, you can't help cousin Jimmy and Joe and them out in their rent. You know, they have to get it how they live. It's not up to you to set priority for them. What were cousin Jimmy and Joe and them doing to get into uh, the debacle that they're in? Were they living fast and free? Or did they just come upon hard times? You know, being considerate of those things. Because there may be some people who are really close to you, Scorpio, that you want to, you have some loyalty to, and want to save every time they get into something, even if they put themselves in situations over and over again that are very unpleasant. And you have to, you got to change the way you respond to those situations. This is about, you know, being compassionate with the King of Cups here, but also being wise with the Queen of Swords. So that means that you have to be more strategic with how your money goes out. Be more strategic about how you spend. And chilling out on trying to, you know, you can't save everybody that you care about. It may help to offer out resources, direct people on where they can go. If you know where they can get a second job, you know. And if they don't want to get a second job, if you are interacting, Scorpio, with somebody, because Spirit just showed me this, if you are interacting with somebody who say they are hard up for money, but they aren't willing to get a second job because they want to keep their time to themselves, then you ain't really hard up for money. You don't really need that money. You just want my money. There's a difference, Scorpio. There's a difference, Scorpio. Keep that in mind. Pay attention to how people respond and how they move. And I feel like you'll make, you'll change how you move around them once you really start to pay attention. Can you show us, Spirit, the energy surrounding Scorpio that inspires this boundary? What's the energy that's surrounding Scorpio that is inspiring this boundary that you're requesting that they set? What's the energy surrounding Scorpio that inspires this boundary? Divine intervention, secret admirer, and situational single. At the bottom of the deck, Scorpio, we got payback. This is about consequences returning, karma cycle, what goes around. This is breaking, hopefully, this is breaking a cycle for you where you have been used for your resources to a detriment. There's more than likely been opportunities where you could have been in a different spot financially, acquired some assets, or received some gains. However, you deferred under the obligation of, this is my homeboy, this is family, and these people have not changed or reciprocated anything towards you. But this is divine intervention to break that cycle. It says unexpected guidance, universe stepping in, redirected path, secret admirer, hidden affection, anonymous notes, unknown interest. Situational single says temporary loneliness, choosing solitude, waiting for better. Yeah. Spirit, your divine, your spirit team, your benevolent ancestors, the universe stepping in. And they're going to step in real soon. There is a gift of I'm getting like a divine match. And for you, it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic partner. If you were looking for like a business partner or somebody to help you in your business, you're looking for your divine tribe or your circle. It can be whatever it means to you when it comes to secret admirer. It just means they're unknown. These people are coming through to assist you and to help you towards your dreams. And you have to choose solitude. A lot of times we help folks who have been in our energy for the longest time because we don't want to be alone. But you are being asked to choose yourself, and it may mean solitude. And once you do choose yourself, Scorpio, your people will have room to come in, whether it is a divine match for a romantic relationship, or it is your tribe, your folks who will stand on business with you, or a business partner. But they have to have room to come in. And especially if we're talking about business, you have to be able to match the mindset of this business partner. So if you are deferring, Scorpio, your money, you're giving your money to people who are ungrateful. This business partner who may be more stable, who may have a completely different mindset, an entrepreneurial mindset, they may see that and it may be a turnoff. Like, maybe I can't build with you because you're sacrificing what you need to grow. You're sacrificing what you need to start. Any additional advice for Scorpios? Additional advice for Scorpio. Interesting. Okay. Additional advice. for Scorpio. Additional advice for Scorpio, please. This one. All right, Scorpio. We got the Six of Cups and the King of Swords. Yeah, you've been through, the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is about walking away from certain behaviors and people who don't serve you in your highest good any longer. They may have gotten you into this space where you need to be. It doesn't mean they didn't have, a purpose in your life. It's just that energy, that behavior, those people have served their purpose. And now it's time to release them with understanding and grace. And you have been through this cycle before, but you've wised, you have more wisdom. You've wised up. And wisdom is knowledge in action. And now it's time to use that sort of truth to get to where you want to be, to get those assets, to get that divine tribe, to get that divine match, to get that business going, whatever it is. It requires you to transform how you move and how you think. And it's not to say that it's going to be easy, because it's not. But you are up for the challenge. You Scorpio. You got this. Yeah. I hope that helps, Scorpio. And I hope it helps you for your highest good. Moving on to Sagittarius. After I have some water. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. Let me get your timestamp going here. All right, Sagittarius. Hey, Sagittarius. Hey, let's find out what boundaries Spirit says you should set to enjoy your summer as well as your life. What are the boundaries Sagittarius should set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? Good morning or good afternoon, everybody in the chat. Glad y'all came through. Brought you good energy. All right, we got the Two of Cups, the Lovers, and the King of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, we got, coming up right off the bat, they got two major arcana, the Empress and the Hermit. This Empress may be a parental feminine for you. So this may be a mother, a grandmother, auntie, somebody who has had heavy influence in your life, regardless of when they stepped in. So keep that in mind as we talk here, Sagittarius. But with the Hermit beside the Empress, this is Sagittarius. This is that you have had, or you are going to have to remove yourself or set boundaries around your relationship with them, because it seems like whenever you interact or you have a conversation, you go home, it's one of those situations where you feel worse off than when you went in. Whether this person puts you shame, a mindset of lack, where you don't feel it look like you're enough. This person may also be use you as a crutch, use you as somebody that they can get things out of, but don't show you the affection and or respect that you deserve. And really, with behind this Five of Pentacles is the Ten of Cups. Really, all you want is that fulfilling relationship with this person. You want that relationship that reciprocates love and respect. You have peace and feel peace when you are in their presence, as well as when you leave. That's what you want. But you are being asked with strength and the seven of wands here, to hold back. You know, if this is somebody that you talk to weekly, you know, you see them, you feel obligated to interact with them, uh, chill with that. Start setting up some boundaries. If you do continue, not saying that you need to stop talking to them, you know your story better than I do, but have more boundaries around certain things. If they start talking about money, you know, change the subject. uh or one thing that I started doing with a particular person, when they started talking about something I didn't want to get into with them, you know what, I gotta go to choir practice. It could be like 10 o'clock at night. I gotta go to choir practice. You know, I don't know what to tell you. It's Bible study time. You know, it's kind of like that. It throws people off, especially if you're not somebody who goes to church. You know, it throws people off, and you could get off the phone, or it's your opportunity to exit the situation. If that is something that you would that you'd be into. I like throwing people off sometimes, but it's like that. Set boundaries for folks who this person who is really just feeding off your energy and gets enjoyment off your discomfort. And they're like, you need to start setting boundaries and keeping those, because like I said, you are in more agony and anxiety after you leave this person's presence, and you have to let that go, because they're playing in your face. They really are. They really are. The awesome thing is, once that you begin to empower yourself with the King of Wands here, because he is somebody who is empowered. He is somebody who is confident, and confident within himself, confident within the choices that he has made, regardless of if they ended up being mistakes or not. He learned that lesson. He releases guilt and shame, and does not allow anybody to recycle those things over and over again to put them in a place of of discomfort and lack and unworthiness. This is one of those things where you choose you. And once you start to choose you and set those boundaries, Sagittarius, your folks will actually come in, those like-minded people, because you've begun to empower yourself. You stopped allowing somebody to beat you down like a dead horse. You started leaning more into your intuition and how you are being divinely guided. When you get that tug and that pull on your heartstrings, when you're about to make that phone call to call this auntie, this grandma, this mother figure, and it gives you that dread, you put the phone down, because you choose yourself. You put the phone down, you go meditate. You put the phone down, you go garden. You put the phone down, you go watch your favorite show, even if it's one of your guilty pleasures. You do something for you instead, because you are empowering yourself and you are feeding you. You don't have to chase them anymore. Because when you chase things, Sagittarius, that means it's running from you. It's not trying to be kept. Yeah. What's the energy spirit surrounding Sagittarius that encourages these boundaries? What's the energy surrounding Sagittarius that encourages these boundaries? What's the energy surrounding Sagittarius and encourages these boundaries? What's the energy surrounding Sagittarius that encourages these boundaries? All right. Bottom of the deck. Toxic love. You know, we can have toxicity in those people who raised us. It can exist in mothers and mother figures. Yeah, so we got payday on red, sneaky link. Payday says financial rewards, money rolling in, celebration of success. On red, ignored messages, waiting anxiously, no replies. Sneaky link, hidden encounters, private meetings, discreet intimacy. You know what? The spirit is saying that the sneaky link is more about a just a sneaky energy. If this is somebody that you have given money to in under the mindset or the guise of they were using it to help themselves, they used it for some other type nefarious type reasons, gambling, illicit drugs, alcohol, go play slots. That's what I'm saying. To go to the game center. It's like that. They see you as a payday, and outside of you coming around on payday, they ignore you. It right now, everybody's just going through the motions of you go or you contact them every week or bi-weekly when you get paid. But outside of that, Sagittarius, they don't really want anything to do with you, which is very unfortunate. Which is why Spirit is encouraging you to set this boundary to protect yourself, your heart, and your peace. They've survived this far. They're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. I bet you. They'll find a way to get exactly what they need instead of coming to you for it. Can we get additional advice? Any additional advice for Sagittarius? Any additional advice for Sagittarius? The Fool. The Eight of Pentacles. Wow. The Fool. You know what? Trust the journey. Trust your intuition. Trust how you're being guided. Like I said, if you get that feeling of dread, that is not where your energy or your money is supposed to be going with the Ace of Pentacles. You'll see more of a blessing when you start to bless yourself with all that energy and the things that you've been putting into this person who is ungrateful. You'll see the increase. And it's not just because you're going to be saving money. It's because you are choosing the chosen, Sagittarius. You are choosing the chosen, which is you. Just in case you didn't get it. Yeah, Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. This is time to wake up and empower yourself. Yeah. I hate you're going through this, but I hope this helps. And I hope it helps you for your highest good, Sagittarius. All right. Almost done, y'all. We're on to Capricorn. Let me get this though. On to Capricorn. everybody in the chat. I hope you're doing all right, Cap. Let me get your timestamp going here. I don't want no problems. All right. Wait. Nope. That one it. I gotta change it. All right. Hey, Cap. Hey. I got it together. Let's find out what boundaries Spirit says you should set to enjoy your summer as well as your life. What boundaries should Capricorn set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? What boundaries should Capricorn set? Here we go. We got Judgment, Queen of Wands, Ten of Wands. Now, at the bottom of the deck, Cap. Ooh, you know what? This Hermit just keep popping out here. We got Death, Hermit. The Empress. Damn. It's four. Four major arcana, Cap. There is definitely a transformation coming. You know, end of a whole cycle, you know, shedding old skin for a new Cap, you know, and it's going to move you away from people, places, things, and behaviors that have more than likely have been consistent in your life thus far. Because this is something that is being divinely guided, this entire transformation. It may even, you know, change how you think. Some of the things that surrounds the foundation, your foundation spiritually, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be walking away from a particular religion or anything like that, but this transformation may change things in how you worship, how you meditate, how you do those spiritual, and I'll say that word, rituals, you know, whether it's praying, meditating, you know, things like that. And it's carrying you into an Empress energy. It's raising your level to um a Super Saiyan royal level. Yeah, I totally said Super Saiyan. But it's raising you from, like, you know, that king queen level to that emperor empress level. You know, it's higher. It's elevating you into a space where you are, not that you aren't already bountiful, not that you're already somebody who has command, and that you're not empowered, but it's taking you to another level of expansion. It's taking you to another level in your spirituality. It's taking you to another level emotionally and mentally. It's taking you up into your Ten of Cups. And if you were already in the Ten of Cups, Capricorn, it's taking you to another level of the Ten of Cups, you know, because there are levels to this, right? This is about, you know, that joy, that peace, that fulfillment, that happiness, regardless, and having that regardless of what is going on around you. Yeah, the world is on fire, but you still have joy. You still have peace. And this is about transforming you to a point where you have these boundaries that if it's not equitable, if it's not fair to you and yours, you don't want anything to do with it, because you are going to be in a space, Capricorn, when you elevate, where you are in overflow. and you will be able to alchemize any negative energy with just a thought. With just a thought. Like I said, you are going to be in a fulfilled space, this transformation that's happening. So this isn't necessarily a boundary that you need to set. This is about a shift in your life that's happening. Because we have one, two, three, four, let me see, five, six, seven. Seven major arcana out here. Yep. Spirit is giving you a heads up about this transformation that's happening. And I'm hearing that it's happening this summer. So we got, if you're seeing this real time, we have a couple of weeks before, the summer solstice hits. So you can expect this transformation to happen. This is taking you into a space of calmer waters, but also, like I said, into a higher level spiritually. A higher level spiritually. Some of you, it is going to activate your spiritual gifts. It will even shift. If you have already been acting and living within your spiritual gifts, it will even shift your spiritual gifts to where there is not a switch, but there is an expansion of them. That's the word I was looking for. Where you could maybe hear, then you'll be able to smell and see. Some of you could speak healing, and now you'll be able to not only speak but also touch. Things like that. Yeah. There's an awakening that is coming for you. It is going to empower you. And yeah, it's going to feel, with the Ten of Wands here, it's going to feel like a burden, just because it is a change that is happening in your life and you have to adjust to it. And people around you have to adjust to it. Some people are going to fall off. And it's going to feel like you're carrying a heavy load at times. And honestly, Capricorn, you will be carrying a heavy ass load, because this is a responsibility that you have with these gifts, this opportunity, this transformation for you that's coming for you. It's nothing to be taken lightly. But this isn't for everybody. It's for you, Cap. Okay. I'm being led to go straight to the advice. What's the additional advice for Capricorn during this transformation, this elevation into their divine spiritual power? What is the additional advice for Capricorn? What's the additional advice for Capricorn? All right, Cap, we got the Seven of Cups and the Devil. And the Knight of Cups. Oh, excuse me, the King of Cups. Listen, this is in regards to your romantic life. If you are in a relationship with somebody, this may be somebody who wants to have control over you. If you're not in one, somebody is coming in who wants to have control over you. They are somebody who is going to be moving fast. They are going to love bomb the hell out of you. But it's all an illusion. It is a veil. It is a veil. And this is regardless of biological sex and gender identity. They are going to try to catch you and get you on lock with that magic stick, with that magic coin purse, and they are going to move fast and freely. And you are being warned, because this is a plot to thwart you from your transformation. This is coming in hot and heavy. They're going to want to get married quickly. They're going to want to get married quickly. You know, you'll have 1 or 2 dates with them, and they'll already be talking about, having your last name or sharing last names and all that stuff like that. And they're going to use it under the guise of, if you know, you know. And yeah, don't fall for the okey doke. Don't fall for the okey doke. This person is a snake. This person is a snake. They shed skin frequently. Yeah, again, the Empress energy is out here, Cap. They can see this Emperor light, and they want to be a part of it, or they want to have it for themselves. But yeah, this person is a snake. This, you can see the snake in both the 7 of Cups and in the King of Cups cards. And surrounding this is the devil. This person is coming to slither their way into your lives and to take everything that you have, everything that you have accomplished. Some of you are going to be encountering warlocks. So if you aren't prayed up and protected, enhance your protection rituals, whatever that means for you, whether it means prayers, praying more, saying a couple of adding more psalms to your daily ritual, whatever that means for you. Increase your protection, Capricorn. Increase your protection, because you have this spiritual shift coming up in your life that people are going to want to distract you from. I hope that helps, Cap. I hope that helps you for your highest good. All right. Oops. We're on Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, we're almost done, y'all. Here we go. Let's find out, Aquarius, what boundaries you need to set to enjoy your summer as well as your life. What boundaries does Aquarius need to set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? Some of these, y'all, have not been boundaries. They've been heads up. What boundaries for Aquarius? We got King of Swords, Chariot, and the Four of Swords. Aquarius, I'm hearing, work hard, play hard. Aquarius, there needs to be a little more balance in the things that you do. Work-life balance, spiritual balance, and physical world. The with the High Priestess here, there may be you may be so focused in on building, spiritually, or working, getting overtime, regardless of what your focus is on. Be mindful about the balance that you need. Spending time with people who love you, or just having time to yourself. If it means, listening to an audiobook or a podcast, or watching your favorite show. Maybe you like Murder, She Wrote. I like Murder, She Wrote. It's old school, but I like it. This is about that balance. You're definitely highly intuitive. You're definitely somebody who works hard, and you are somebody who is about their business, especially when you are focused on it. But there also has to be that time for rest. You can't go so hard that you wear yourself out, Aquarius. Yeah. Sometimes you need to hold back here a little bit, and trust the journey, and trust that, everything is going to work out how it's going to be, for what it's going to be, and enjoy your space, enjoy, your time, enjoy your family, your home, because that work is going to be there. That work is going to be there. Whether it is a physical job or you're doing like spiritual type work, you are doing your studying, you are doing your meditating. Everything has its place. Your opportunities are yours. You're not going to miss out on them. You're not going to miss out on them. So don't stress yourself out. This is a collaboration between you, spirit, or whoever spiritually leads you, and your environment around you. But there has to be, everybody has to have their space and their place. Yeah. Yeah, don't be so focused on your dreams, Aquarius, that you miss the reality of things that's going on, and you miss out on that elevation or that job opportunity because you were focused on the wrong thing. Yep. There is a huge shift coming for you, though, with the Seven of Cups, the Hierophant, the Hangman, and the Sun, and the Ace of Cups. Huge shift coming for you, Aquarius. But you have to get that balance in. They don't know, you're no good to anybody if you're burned out. If you're burned out, what good are you to yourself, let alone anybody else? You get this promotion, you get this spiritual elevation. You have to be ready to go in rested, and ready to get to action, ready to do the things. Be more enlightened. Move like they expect or don't expect Aquarius to move, because Aquarius is fulfilled. Aquarius is an overflow. Aquarius is already doing the things, and they can see what's coming before it even gets here. But Aquarius has been rested and restored. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's the energy surrounding Aquarius here that inspires this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Aquarius that inspires this boundary? What's the energy surrounding Aquarius that inspires this boundary? Money moves. Money moves, Aquarius. Trying to tell you. You got to be ready for these money moves, Aquarius. You can't be tired. One more, please. You got to be ready for these money moves. Trying to tell you, there's a huge shift. This one, too. There's a huge shift coming for you, Aquarius. Let's see. We got money moves, gaslighted, past life, divine timing. I told you there is a major shift. We have, let me see, one, what is that other one? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of out here for you, Aquarius. Major life shift, a divinely timed life shift that is happening, that will bring you into a space where, if you were already making money moves, the money moves that you were making are going to be on a higher level, an elevated level. If you haven't been making money moves, Aquarius, guess what you're about to be making? It's like that. So don't distract yourself with doing the most, whether that is, studying, whether that is working overtime, if it's in, uh, um, a job. You know, we don't want you to go through the same thing that you may have gone through before with burnout. That you can go through spiritual burnout. You can go through physical burnout and spiritual burnout. We don't want you to go through both, you know, because you're putting in all this work. Deja vu is at the bottom of the deck. This may have happened before, where you were so hyper focused that you burned yourself out. You're not going to miss out on anything. Everything is happening in divine timing for you. So find that balance. Take care of yourself. Have fun. Don't take yourself so seriously, is what Spirit just said to me. Don't take this yourself so seriously. And that may be easier said than done. Any additional advice for Aquarius, please? Oh, any additional advice for Aquarius? Any additional advice for Aquarius? We got the Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Don't take yourself so seriously. This is about choosing you. The work will always be there, whether we're talking about spiritual work or we're talking about the physical work. The work is going to be there for you to do, but you need to choose yourself. Choose rest. Choose to recuperate. Choose balance. Go have some fun. You know, if you are not one who drinks, you know, then don't go drink. Just go to the park. Go, you know, go to some markets, go to the museum, whatever it is that you like to do, Aquarius. But everything has to be balanced, because what is coming in, you have to be in a space where you are not at the point of burnout. You cannot be in a space of burnout making money moves. How can you enjoy? How can you enjoy? You tired. You know? Yeah, empower yourself with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Empower yourself. There's a time to work. There's a time to enjoy yourself. Work hard, play hard. You get to choose how you play. I hope that helps. I hope that helps you find your highest good, Aquarius. Thank you for coming through. All right. Almost done. Almost done. We have two more after Pisces. And just as a reminder, I don't think I said this, but I'm going to say it now. Timestamps will be in the description box when it posts. All right, Pisces. All right, Pisces, let's get into it. Let's see the boundary that Spirit suggests you set to enjoy your summer as well as your life. What boundary should Pisces set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? Their lives. What boundary should... Okay, that's how we doing it today. Five of Wands. This one. Five of Cups. King of Wands. Okay. Ooh. Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords. You are so stuck in your head, Pisces. You are like boxed in. You're trapped. You know, all the things. Indecisive. You can't... It's like you can't move. You're in a space of stagnation. And this, behind the Two of Swords here, is the Eight of Pentacles, as well as Judgment. This, I'm hearing that this is a time for you to change course, to work on it. This is your awakening. Like you've been working hard at something, but it's giving me hamster wheel, like just stuck in the steady rotation. Go home, go to work. It's like that kind of stuff. Not saying that that's not, um the life that you want, but it's giving an unfulfilled thing, an unfulfilled type feeling, more so burdensome than anything. And you have a choice to make. It's all on you. Do you stay or do you go? This is about being more decisive and being more empowered by the decisions that you make. It's like you have competing ideas. It can be chaotic in your mind sometimes, where you set your mind to something, but then you convince yourself out of it, and then you regret not going with that first instinct, not going with that your intuition. Uh, and that's nowhere where you need to stay. However, that is a cycle that needs to be broken. And once you decide to make a decision and stick with it, you decide to break that cycle. Trust your intuition, trust your decision, trust yourself. You know what's best for you. Ooh. You know what's best for you. My bad, y'all. I was like, what? And then my dog. Okay, my apologies. Things be shifting. But anyway, you know what's best for you. And you know what your situation is, Pisces. And don't let anybody talk you out of a decision, even if it's yourself. Even if it's yourself. You know, if you decide to do something, whether it's because somebody, suggested it, or you have done the research yourself, you know how you feel within, go with it. Go with it and just see what happens. Don't be afraid to live it out. Okay. It's almost like it was an earthquake. It wasn't really an earthquake. That was just some weird shit. What energy is surrounding Pisces that inspires this boundary? I think that was, I'm hearing shake shit up. That was Spirit's way of shaking shit up during your reading. I'm like, wake the fuck up, Pisces. Like, with judgment here, but freaking me out all at the same time. Thanks, Spirit. Yeah. What energy surrounds Pisces that encourages this boundary? What energy surrounds Pisces that encourages this boundary? I tell you, there's never a dull moment, y'all. Never a dull moment. Soul contracts came out. This one? Okay. Two-faced. Ooh. One more, please. Never a dull moment. Sugar coated. Wait a minute, Pisces. This is why somebody wants you in a state of confusion anyway. Because we have soul contracts, fated connections, karmic relationships, spiritual agreements. Two-faced. Says one thing, does another. Betrayal behind kindness. Pretends loyalty, sugar coated. Um, we got sweet, sweet, but no, empty compliments or complisos. That's what I call them, complisos. Hidden agenda. There is a lot of energy around you, so this stagnation makes sense. Let's say, for example, Pisces, that there is a job, and I'm just saying job as an example. You can apply it to your life. Take it as it resonates. There's a job that you want to apply to, and you talk to your trusted work friend or just a friend who doesn't even work with you. And I'll use friend in air quotes because that's how they present. This person is not your friend, because if this is somebody who tried to talk you out or attempted and succeeded in talking you out of applying to a position that you know in your soul fit, you had the qualifications, you had the overtime, you had the connections with the hiring manager, and yet you did not apply. You felt it in your soul that this was made for you, and you took this person's word that because they convinced you that you shouldn't apply for whatever reason. Like, you don't want to deal with having direct reports, Pisces. Because being somebody's manager is just a babysitter. They demeaned and diminished the position. Yeah, that's what you got around you. And it's not the only energy. This isn't the first time you've been through this. It's not the first time you have experienced this energy. This is a karmic lesson for you. This is a tikkun for you. This is one of those things where you may, with sugar coated, explain away somebody's deceit when they have shown you with two-faced here that they are deceitful. But sugar coated, you explain away. There must be a reason why this friend told me not to apply, because they don't want to see you elevate. They don't want to see you make more money than them. They don't want to see you be more successful than them. Trust your intuition, because your folks want you on easy street. They want you to actually, meet these retirement goals, and you can't do that, Pisces, with naysayers in your energy. And if these naysayers convince you to say nay to yourself. Additional advice for Pisces, please. Shake shit up. Shake shit up, Pisces. Instead of going to these friends, go to spirit, go to your angels, go to Yeshua, Yahweh, and them benevolent ancestors. They'll guide you exactly where you need to go. Wheel of Fortune, Five of Wands. Again, it came out twice, Pisces. We got it here in your original spread and here. Things will shift when your mind shifts. When your mind and your actions start to match up, you start to trust your intuition and follow suit, there'll be less conflict around you and within. Not only that, Pisces, but with that mind shift and letting your actions follow suit, there's increase in stability. Ace of Pentacles. That Five of Wands is also about blocking out those naysayers, blocking out those negative energies, especially when it goes against your intuition, your intuitive knowing. And you are very intuitive, Pisces. You'll get out of that stagnation. You'll get out of that hamster wheel. Sure will. I hope that helps, Pisces. I hope it helps you for your highest good. Thank you for your patience during the, I don't even know what to call it. Either way, we are on to, who's next? Aries. Aries. All right, Aries. Okay. Hey, Aries. Hey. Oh, man. Almost done. Let's find out, Aries. The boundaries. Spirit says you should set to enjoy your summer as well as your life. What boundaries should Aries set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? Oh, okay. Boundaries Aries should set to enjoy their summer as well as their life. All right, Aries. We got the King of Pentacles here. Knight of Cups. Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Aries. Nine of Pentacles. And Strength. Yeah. This is maintaining your independence and self-sufficiency and in increasing it. Um, where you have plenty to give, and if you don't have plenty to give yet, and I'm talking about monetarily, you will. But make sure, Aries, that you are giving what you can give. Don't give to a point where you're sacrificing. This is about holding on to those things, but reserving for yourself as well, because you still have a life to maintain. You have a lifestyle to maintain here, and this is about maintaining and keeping that lifestyle. There are, behind the Strength card is the Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups. There are people in your energy who are very immature and very nosy as hell. And they may even be a little slick. They are, they're counting your money. They're counting your your assets. They see and they're looking for what you have. Because if you look at how Spirit is showing me this is somebody who is paying close attention to everything that you have and looking for something with their hand out, looking for a reason and opportunity to cut you off, cut your resources. So be careful about how you give and to whom you give. Um, be a lot more discerning. And like I said, this is also about not giving to a point where you are sacrificing yourself. Because there is somebody, maybe more than one person, who is really with the Two of Wands here, and this may be somebody that is on the interwebs. They see how you enjoy your life, Aries. They see that you may be going on trips. They see, you have gotten into a space, Aries, where you can have a fulfilling life and do things that you want to do. But it's not like you didn't work hard to get to this place of stability. It's not like you were given, you know, this. You're not, somebody who doesn't work hard for what you have, but whoever this person is, they want access to it. They want you to give it to them. They're looking for offers from you. And if it's not an offer, they're going to find a way to take it. So this is about maintaining your stability, your independence, as well as not sacrificing yourself, your any aspects of your energy. So no time, energy, and money for anybody else. If it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't make sense, withhold with strength. Withhold. Trust that gut instinct, Aries. Trust your intuition because somebody is paying too close of attention to what you got going on. If they could see into your pockets and see into your bank account, they would. What's the energy surrounding Aries that encourages this boundary? This is somebody, if you have like any kind of social media, this is one of your followers, one of your friends. This may be somebody who you haven't talked to like face to face in a long time, but you may have DM'd or instant message or something like that. It may be even somebody that you consider a work friend but not a personal friend. Anything else? We got Poker Face that came out. This one. All right, Aries. We got Poker Face, Friend Zone. Why I turn that over? And Mirror Mirror. So Poker Face says hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, friend zone, platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends, facing yourself is mirror mirror, and others, reflective relationships, self-awareness. This is somebody, Aries, the person who has been paying too close of attention to you and what you have and what you're doing. This is somebody who is always like, oh, me too. Or they're either trying to one up your story, Aries. So let's say you went to Greece last year. Oh, you went to Greece? I was in Italy. Not that that's a one up, but it's just like, oh, you were in the like the Mediterranean area as well. Like, come on now. You know, it's kind of like that. Um, this is somebody who, you know, friend zone, although it applies to these romantic relationships, it's giving that energy of somebody that you kind of kept at a Heisman distance. You should keep them there. If you can, move them further away. You know, because this person isn't showing you the real deal, them with their poker face because they're not being genuine. They're not being genuine. They're getting close to you for uh, for an alternative reason. They have ulterior motives. They have ulterior motives. If this is somebody that you work with, it may have everything to do with the possibility that you have an opportunity for elevation and you're the first in line. Everybody knows it, and they want to ride your coattails or steal something off of you. If this is something about friendship or in the community, you've been a buzz in the community and they want to ride your coattails. This is somebody that wants to ride your coattails. They want to be in your energy, to suck off your energy, Aries. Yeah. And don't be afraid, Aries. I'm sure I don't have to say that because you're Aries, to call a spade a spade. You know, say it like you mean it. You know? Like, let them know, like, you know, I see you. I see you. You are out in the open. You know? I mean, this person is not smart, which is why they present as the Page of Swords. They're not smart. They are not smart, Aries, at all. Any additional advice for Aries? Additional advice for Aries. We got the World and the Knight of Pentacles. The people that you need in your energy, that are coming into your energy, they are willing to put in the work. At the Knight of Pentacles, they are, the Knight of Pentacles originally in the not major arcana, in the tarot, they come in with a pentacle, Aries. You are looking for people who can actually bring in addition to. They add to your life. They don't just take. This person wants to take. And ending is the cycle, the chapter in your life where you are surrounded by takers. Allow these people who want to give and contribute to you to come in. Don't allow, with the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Aries, for previous hurts and previous relationships, whether they were romantic or platonic, to disparage what could actually happen with these good people that are coming in for you and towards you. These people are going to encourage you and bring more stability into your life. Yeah. But yeah, keep that garbage outside, Aries. Please and thank you. I hope that helps, Aries. I hope that helps for your highest good. All right, y'all. One more. Taurus. Last but not least. Definitely not least, Taurus. All right. Getting your count going here, Taurus. All right, Taurus. Hey, Taurus, hey. Let's get into it and find out the boundary Spirit says you should set to enjoy your summer as well as your life. What is the boundary Taurus should set to enjoy their summer as well as their life? All right, Taurus. Let's see. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. This is definitely about your money, Taurus. This is definitely about your money, Taurus. This is also about work. Yep. It's about work. At the bottom of the deck, we got the moon. Ooh. Okay. They want to pull three of them out. All right. So Taurus, we have the moon, the Seven of Cups, and the Hermit. And, the moon and the Hermit are spiritual cards. The moon is about hidden things, but it's also about intuition. Use your intuition because you're definitely towards your dreams with the Seven of Cups, but there's also some illusions, things that don't fit, people that don't fit in your life. They are also in the midst of these things, of these events that are happening for you. And there are some people that you are going to come into contact with here that present with the moon and the Seven of Cups here, as folks who are there to encourage and help you, but that isn't true. That's not who they are. Spirit is highlighting the dragon and the snake. That's who these people are. So this is about being intuitively guided towards your star, with the Hermit. You see what's in that lantern? That's the star. It's not an oil lamp, it's the star. So being intuitively guided, divinely guided towards those things that you have been manifesting when it comes to work. This Ace of Pentacles, as opposed to the people who are showing up in front of you who say they can help you. If it feels like something you can't trust, don't trust it. Go with that. Behind the Hermit, is the Ace of Wands. So we got two aces out here. You are being divinely guided to an opportunity. It has been created for you. If this is a promotion, it could be a job that's being created for you to take you out of that mindset of lack, and or out of a space of where you haven't had any employment, um, or you are underemployed. Your money was in a funny place, you know. this is this is your benevolent ancestor spirit. Whoever you lean into spiritually, they're making a way for you. But this moon and this seven of cups, there's some people here who make it seem like they can help you, but they cannot. If anything, they are there to distract you. This is about trusting yourself. If you get to a point, Taurus, where you are unsure if you should trust what people are telling you, this is that point where you lean into your spirit team, Yahweh, the angels, Orishas, whomever it is that guide you spiritually, because they are taking you out of a space of Five of Pentacles, a lack, into an ace, into a Nine of Pentacles, into an ace. I mean, an Eight of Pentacles. They are taking you into employment. They are taking you into a job that has been created for you. They are taking you into a raise, a promotion, you know, something that can help you progress your life, lead you to independence and stability, more stability. It's given that energy also, Taurus, that people, for example, Taurus, if you have been thinking about applying to a particular position, whether you're working or not working, you talk to a trusted loved one about it, and they tell you that you should wait on God instead of applying, but you are innately being told, do it, apply here, red, green flags are going off, like, go do it. And they are like, no, I don't know, it says that you got to have this type of education, you got to have this, you got to have that, I don't know, you should wait on God. Yeah, nah, it's giving that type of energy, Taurus. And I know that sounds far fetched, but take it from someone who has applied to a job where my credentials didn't fit the description, and I got it. I didn't get it on my own. It was my benevolent ancestors and my spirit team who got it, who got me in there. Yeah, it's giving that energy. What's the energy surrounding Taurus that inspires this boundary to trust their gut, trust their intuition, lean into their spirit team more than other humans? We got boundaries that came out. What else? What else, spirit? Anything else? One more. One more. All right. We got, see, you about to be busy. You about to be working or working more. It's like that. We put the busy at the bottom of the deck. But we got boundaries that came out, rebound, side hustle. Boundary says saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Rebound, temporary comfort, avoiding loneliness, quick replacement. Side hustle, multiple incomes, extra earnings, financial security. Yes. Like I told you, this is about work. This is about employment. And you are about to see exactly what your folks can do on your behalf. However, you have to set those boundaries or stop talking and expressing things to people who don't understand your spiritual journey, who don't understand your spiritual relationship with your spirit team, your higher being, your higher self. You know, these people are folks who are going, one, to be replaced. These people aren't meant to be in your life for long term. They did what they needed to do, but you are about to be working so hard, and not hard to the point of exhaustion, but working so hard where you have multiple incomes, where you have extra earnings. You won't have time for these people. They're going to be replaced by something that is fruitful. That's why this Ace of Pentacles is out here, and this Nine of Pentacles is out here, and this Eight of Pentacles is out here. These naysayers, these people who do distract and deter, they are going to be replaced by you receiving, by you working, by you in these multiple streams of income, your financial security that's coming in, and they're going to be on the outside looking like, man, I should have did what Taurus did. You don't need people around you like that, Taurus. They want to keep you right where they are. You're not meant to be there, Taurus. Any additional advice for Taurus, please? Additional advice for Taurus. Additional advice for Taurus, please. We got the Five of Cups and the Chariot. You, when it's time to release these people, you know, mourn, you know, because they have been in your life for a reason, right? But then release with understanding and be willing to move on with grace, because the Chariot puts you on your divine path. It puts you in alignment with those things that have been created and aligned with where you are going, which includes an Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles lifestyle, and Eight of Pentacles, where you're progressing in your stability and in your life. So that means that certain people, places, and things won't be in your life anymore, and that's okay. You have to be okay with that with the Five of Pentacles. Be okay with releasing so you can increase. And if you want to make that into a rhyme, go ahead, have at it. Release to increase. Yeah, because this Ten of Cups is yours. It's yours. That stability and that fulfillment is yours. Oh, the moon was at the bottom. I ain't even see that. Huh. Ain't that something? Because you trusted your intuition. The message stays the same. However, this is a life shift with these two major arcana right here. Trusting your intuition, trusting your spiritual guidance, and not being afraid to release to increase. All right, Taurus. Thank you, everybody who came through. I appreciate y'all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you for going and walking with me through the turbulence, Pisces. I appreciate y'all too. And until next time, again, the timestamps are going to be in the description box. So, you know, for everybody who's watching, you know, check that. And don't forget to check your sun, moon, Venus, and North Node for more clarity. Until next time, y'all. Bye. Have a great weekend.